Hello everybody, this is Lady Kaylah here and welcome to the Geekdom. Today I am going to do my book review on Mistborn, finally, and sorry if this review isn't very good, it's just that I finished this quite a while ago and I have this habit of not starting the next book until I've reviewed this or the first one or the previous one. Because I don't want to get it confused when I do finally actually review it. I don't want it to get meshed together where I start putting two books together instead of reviewing it individually. So I just want to hurry up and get to the next one. So I will review this, and thank you guys so much for recommending this. This is one of the books that you guys have actually recommended, and I've got the idea to buy it from you guys. It's just been repeated over and over and over again to get the Mistborn trilogy, and I actually got the entire trilogy. I didn't just get the first book. And another one was The Name of the Wind and the Wise Man's Fear that you guys recommended that I also adored. So far you guys have not led me astray. Anyways, to the book. Overall, I have to say I adore this book. I really, really enjoyed it. I could not put it down. It was just really highly enjoyable. Setting, it's not medieval fantasy, which I tend to prefer, but it's not modern. It's kind of I don't know what era it would be, so if you guys know, just let me know in the comments. But it's still the type of society that's ruled by one main ruler and then a bunch of lords and ladies and so on and so forth. So I still enjoyed it because it wasn't really modern, and I also loved the way the magic was done. It was really unique. I would try to explain it, except the reason even the author handles explaining the magic in chunks, because it's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of hard to grasp the idea. So I see why Brandon Sanderson had kind of spaced out and showed you how the magic in his land works piece by piece, and kind of explained it over time instead of just overwhelming you with this general idea and you have to kind of work with that throughout the whole book. No, he takes time to piece it out for you, and so it's really, really nice, and I thought it was really, really solid. The strange thing is it's you can read it as a standalone, because the main conflict that they bring up gets resolved in the end. Of course, there are a lot of unanswered questions, but the main conflict that everyone has gets resolved at the end of this book. And so I'm confused, because this has never happened where I have picked up the first book of a series and the conflict gets resolved in the first book. And so I'm there's two other books after this. What's going to happen? I really, really enjoyed it. There's only 3 point of views, if I remember correctly, which is, I would say the main character is Vin, and then the secondary would be Kel, and then the third would be someone who, I think his name's Elland. I forget. And those are the 3 point of views you get, and you only get Elland's because it was convenient to know his actual point of view. And so yeah, I really, really liked it. It was really solid, paced fantastically. One thing I just noticed that determines if I like a book is the pacing, because I hate when a book has a really fast end, really fast beginning, and they just introduce you really quickly, and then they get to the adventure, and then they get to the end. Or the worst for me usually is when they have a really nice intro and a really nice beginning, because you're like, oh, this is a really nice beginning, that means the rest of the book is going to be really nice. And then all of a sudden you get to the end and like they only spend like one chapter to conclude the entire book, and you're like, what? So this is really interesting because I would say it does have a conclusion, yet there are still some like unanswered questions, which I'm guessing we're going to explore in the next books. And I'm guessing, obviously, since there are 2 more books, there's going to be a new conflict, and so it's really interesting. And I really like the use of prophecy because so much time has passed since they've been oppressed that the prophecies have started to be forgotten, and so pieces will come surface, and it's really interesting. I really like the way everything balances out. I really like the way everything is set up. I'm really in love with the characters. I like how Brandon Sanderson is not shy about killing off characters. I actually cried, and I just thought this was a really solid book. And the reason I just made this little review was just to discuss with you guys what I really liked about the book and start a discussion about how you guys felt about the book. So this is more so, I do reviews more so to discuss the material that I'm bringing up than to actually like promote something or dismiss something. It's mostly just to start a discussion with you guys because I really like to talk about literature and so on and so forth. So if you guys would kindly speak to me about Mistborn and your thoughts, that would be so great. Thank you for your time. Bye.